Here we go, UFC Fight Night. I'm being asked, a million ways, man. Text, DM, calls. Harry, who's the pro bet? What's the schmo bet? Is it Strickland, Fluffy Hernandez? Talk to us about the matchmaking here. You got Izzy Adesanya, Joe Pyfer in the mix, RDR. You have injuries sustained by Fluffy Hernandez in October. He tore his abdomen. Or like, what are we doing, Harry? What are we doing? And so I opened up our segment here with the bets. Like we did UFC 324, we gave you Justin Gaethje on the money line. Aside from others, we gave you 50% of the total account on Mauricio Rufy against Fiziev. Last week, we gave you half of your bankroll on Oleg Chaychuk and Kyoji Haraguchi. So what are we doing this week? All right, I'm going to, interject here, and I'm going to give you the bets as always. But I do want to break this down real briefly. And so I was taking Strickland initially because I wanted him to get a rematch with Adesanya. We do have Adesanya defeating Joe Pyfer. That's here in about 30 to 45 days. I want that belt back, man, for Adesanya. I get that lick back somehow, man, that Strickland took. But then I thought and I said, well, Adesanya was offered a short notice fight against RDR. And he couldn't do it because he was injured. This is when RDR was set up to fight Anthony Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez had torn his abdomen wall. So the UFC offered Izzy that fight. Izzy couldn't do it either. But these guys were injured. So now we have Izzy coming up here in about 30, 40 days. And he's taking on Joe Pyfer. It only leads me to believe that Izzy Adesanya could get that fight with RDR. Forget Strickland, man. The UFC's done with him. So we have Fluffy Hernandez on the spread at -9.5, -110 odds. You heard it here first. You know what? On second thought, forget RDR. We're going to do Chayo Moralo versus Israel Adesanya. RDR has this fight here in about 30, 40 days against Chayo Moralo. RDR versus Chayo Moralo. We're going to have Chayo Moralo defeat RDR, and then hopefully the matchmakers get him to face Izzy. Izzy, defeats him, and then hopefully we Izzy got through two prospects there, Joe Pyfer and Chayo Moralo, and maybe he could contend for a belt somehow. Who knows? At least in the interim, as everybody hashes that out with Duplessis and Imavov and the rest of the guys there. All right, man, Hamzat, and what a mess that top three is, huh? And you got Brendan Allen in the mix, so Izzy can stay busy. This whole thing about retirement, I think that's all just propaganda. Oh, the ladies, man, this is a good one. And I mean, the odds are so wide on Joselyne Edwards. It's pretty obvious what's going on here, okay? So this is a rematch, and clearly Joselyne Edwards is poised to win, all right? This is what the matchmakers want. Even if it draws close, they're going to give it to Joselyne Edwards. And the reason for that, well, we'll get into their fighting style, right? So Joselyne Edwards, she's a technical boxer. She's got high volume striking, and she's got the calf slicers. You have Nora Cornolle, man, she's a Thai boxer. She's representative of being a former European Muay Thai champion. So you can see it with her fighting style. She's got an aggressive kicks in the clinch. She's got slicing elbows. She utilizes the knees. She's got good clinch work. I think that's what makes her exciting to watch, and it's unfortunate, that it has to be this way. But Joselyne Edwards, I feel, is being set up to fight Luana Santos. That's just the way it is, man. Luana Santos just got through, and you might think it's Segula who just got through Priscilla Cachoeira, but I'm almost sure it's Luana Santos. That's what they got going on here. So eyes closed, Joselyne Edwards on the money line. two women here, in fact, who suffer in cardio, actually. You heard it here first.